Hey Deb, my name is Cam. I'm down at Barnes Wheaton GM, South Surrey. Just want to make you a quick walk around video of the 2019 Chevy Bolt that you sent an inquiry on. Just so you can see the vehicle inside and out and get a better idea of what the Bolt is all about. If you haven't had an opportunity to drive it yet, you should definitely do that. These are incredible cars. If you know anything about electric, you know that electric torque is very different from a gas engine, and it drives just incredibly. But let's have a quick look at the car. So being an electric vehicle, it does have remote start, but it's not going to actually start the car because there is no engine to start, so it's more or less a preconditioning. Press and hold this button, lights flash. And now the car is actually going to have your heat running, your heated seats, your air conditioning, depending on the climate outside. You have these beautiful LEDs. This is a Bolt LT. It does have the black bow ties and nicely equipped vehicle. Coming around to the back of the vehicle, you also have LED taillights. This one does have your rear parking sensors along with your backup camera just to make parking that much easier. One really nice thing about the Bolt is the size of the trunk. There is lots of space back here, and this one does have this cargo liner, but you can actually drop this floor down below to create even more space. So it's like a false floor. These seats are going to flip forward as well if you need to get larger items in, but overall very versatile space. Another thing that you'll appreciate on the Bolt is the rear legroom. There is a lot of space in the back here. It's got a flat floor, as you can see, so it's quite comfortable for up to 3 adults back here. Quite frankly, it is very roomy. It's a very nice little car. Everything is keyless as well, so you have these buttons on the door handles. As long as you're within 3 feet of the car, you can push the button to lock or unlock the doors. And once you're inside, all you have to do to start the car is press the power button. So starting from the left, you have power windows, power locks, power mirrors. Your driver window is going to be 1 touch down, 1 touch up. The rest are all 1 touch down, then manual back up. You have cruise control. You have heated steering wheel, which is a beautiful leather-wrapped steering wheel. In behind the steering wheel, you have your driver information center, which shows you a whole lot of information about the car. Your tire pressure. You can view your radio information on the screen back there. You can see your phone. If you have your phone connected from Bluetooth, you can get information about your phone there. And one of the biggest features of the Bolt is your 10-inch standard infotainment screen on the vehicle, and it has some amazing functionalities. Obviously, you have your radio, so you can go in here. You have all your favorite preset radio stations at your fingertip. But of course, if you're going to connect a phone with Bluetooth, you'll have that function there. You can go in there and control your phone all with the screen. It does have heated seats. This is your little heated seat control right there on both sides. And then one other feature that this thing has is Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. This projection tab, if you were to plug in your iPhone or your Android phone with the USB outlet down here, you're actually going to have an interface. I'm not sure if you've heard of this technology, but you're going to have an interface that's very similar to your iPhone or your Android phone. You can load up your Google or your Apple Maps full screen on the entire screen, just like navigation, and you can send and receive text messages and make calls just using your voice with Siri or your Google Assistant using that button on the steering wheel. You have a couple of climate controls down below. You have a 12-volt outlet as well down below. And in the center here, this is your shift lever. Now, it's a bit of an unconventional shift lever, but it works really, really nicely. There's a button on the side here. Move it down, puts it into drive. Up and to the left, goes into reverse. And now you see your beautiful backup camera there. These grid lines are dynamic, so they're going to move with the wheel to show you exactly where you're going to be backing up. And it's incredibly precise. Now the Bolt is rated for 383 kilometers of range. That's going to be on one single charge. Charge time on a 210-volt charging station is going to take about 9.5 hours. So an overnight charge from empty will get you a full charge by morning. That being said, most people aren't going to use the full charge in the day, so realistically, charging is never going to be a problem. There's a couple of ways that you can actually boost your range. People get, well over 400 kilometers, even up to close to 500 kilometers. And it's going to depend on how you drive and how you use your what's called regenerative braking. There's two ways to use that. There's a tab on the back of your steering wheel right here. When you press that tab, it's going to act like sort of a brake. It's not going to be as aggressive as obviously your standard brakes. So if you need to stop in an emergency, you're going to want to use your traditional brakes. But what this is going to do is it's going to slow down the car and actually put power back into the battery. Now there's another way to use this as well, which actually I prefer. That is when you put the car into drive, this little L appears. You shift down one more time. Now it's going to be driving so that whenever your foot is completely off the gas pedal, the regenerative braking is actually going to fairly aggressively slow and bring the car to a complete stop. Now this is called one pedal drive. It's very useful, it's very easy to drive, it's quite fun to drive, and it'll boost your range and save your brake life. Which brings me to an interesting point about the car. It's electric. You have very little maintenance. Your manufacturer recommended maintenance schedule is every 12,000 kilometers you do a tire rotation. That's it. If you're driving with a lot of regenerative braking, your brakes are going to last you a long, long time. Now, Deb, I sent you a quote yesterday. I hope you got that. Please let me know if you have any questions about the car, the quote, or anything about myself or the business here. Let me know if you need anything, and let me know what I have to do to earn your business. I really appreciate the opportunity to do business with you, and please let me know what it's going to take. Thanks so much, Deb. Talk to you soon.